walking the hallways and wondering how Everest was going to do, whether or not he was going to survive or not, seeing the pictures and portraits that you put together on the walls, I told Sejal, I'm like, this is amazing. Like the pictures, the moments are captured, and I said, I want to do this if Everest makes it. Darren, your work is this is what caught my eye when I was at Penn.
Really like captured like the look in his eyes, like the love that he shared with everybody.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it'll match perfectly. Because the wood on the frame goes perfectly with the bench.
I'm glad we got the chestnut.
Those moments like those though, like how I'm kind of like sitting over him, that's how I say good morning and good night to him every day.
Aww.
So it's a good moment to catch.
Everest is looking straight up. It was perfect with the concept of the farmhouse that I wanted to do. And then this picture, obviously, I think is probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
That's him. He likes to roam around.
The expression here.
He's looking right at you.
He's looking right at you.
That's Everest. That's Everest, how he is. He really is in the moment.
He's there with you.
Tell us the story of what happened to Everest and how he first became part of your family and the journey and where he is today.
It all started, I was traveling to a conference back in 2016. I was reading a book called Everest. And the book is about 4 ordinary people who decide to climb Everest. The learning point in our leadership class was a chapter out of the book Everest that brought the humanity down to earth in terms of understanding that you have to talk, you have to understand each other, you have to have the transparency, because to be able to combat the challenges in life, that trust has to be there to take those steps. I've always wanted a black lab. It's been something that I've always enjoyed admiring them. And then that book inspired me to go ahead and make that next step and have that friend, that partner in my life to be around and play with.
The journey of even getting him was a process. Driving up to pick him up, and we got a speeding ticket because someone went 65 in a 45, construction. So there was that. So that started off the day.
It was my birthday, by the way. We picked him up on my birthday.
Too.
Yeah.
So we were driving up to New York, and we finally get him, and he's hiding under the cabinets, refuses to let us put his collar on him, and he's just not really cooperating, which is the general theme with him, doesn't cooperate. But we finally got it on him, and then he kind of accepted the fact that, like, no, he's leaving home and coming with us. So
a year and a half into his time with us, he's now free range in the house. And he has complete access throughout the house. And, he's the first person that greets me when Sejal and Karen are over. He's always there.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He is always there. I mean, through the hardest moments of my life, for sure, he's been there. So that's why, when he was sick and in the hospital, I think it just took a toll on each of us so much, because such a pivotal part of our lives we almost lost him.
On Christmas Eve, he seemed okay. Christmas Day, he vomited, but we quickly noticed that he started moving less. very stiff, hard getting up off the floor, and that was on his birthday. And in fact, we opened up Christmas gifts and he didn't even run after the wrapping paper. So we knew something was off, and then was taken to a local veterinary hospital, diagnosed with Lyme nephritis, and then became critically ill, worse. January 1st was a day that he progressively got worse, worsening kidney failure, liver failure, and this local veterinary hospital didn't have any other options. They suggested comfort measures and putting him down, but we decided to make a random call to Penn Vet, connected, got him transferred, and Sage and I drove him down that day. When we arrived there for Everest to be evaluated in the emergency department, we were met, Sage and I, with absolute professionalism, caring. They asked about Everest. They smiled at him. They engaged with him. He wasn't just another dog. He was a family member. And Everest went to the ER. And ever since he got admitted to the hospital, we got a phone call every day. Dr. Serafini and her team called us every day with updates, transparent, shared the uncomfortable truths at times, facing end of life potentially, was very realistic. Then when we visited Everest, you can tell he was very comfortable with the team there. He would visit us, Dr. Serafini and the other team members would walk him down. The biggest factor that we saw, and I think Sejal can probably talk to it too, is Everest was at peace with them and comfortable with them. My gift back to Penn Vet is to share the moment that they gave to Everest and let them have that moment too. Another testament to your photography. This is a completely, I didn't know you even shot this picture. And she doesn't even know this picture's coming to her, Dr. Serafini.
Really?
She has no idea. She just knows I'm getting her. We got that team picture. I think she thinks we're giving her a team picture to her.
Right.
She doesn't know. And the only thing I told her is, she goes, well, what picture is it? And I said, it's you'll see. So she'll find out on Friday.
Yeah, captured a great moment. We honestly, we didn't know if he was gonna survive, and so there was that like turning point. I think it was like New Year's Eve, where it was like the hospital that he was previously at. They were like, "There's really not much more we can do except prolong the inevitable."
Wow.
So him going to Penn and us driving him down there.
Right.
I mean, they saved his life. So to be able to capture these moments, it means so much.
Yeah.
And they're gorgeous pictures.
Thank you.
Yeah, they saved his life. I mean, like I said before, the only option he had at that the smaller hospital that he was at was to be put down. That would have been the end of his life. You know, he just turned 4. We weren't ready to let him go. So they definitely gave him a second chance, and to have the opportunity to, have this beautiful day that we had and take these pictures and capture these moments, it really means a lot to be able to have his life documented like that.
Everest did a lot for us, but we didn't even have a chance to take him to the beach. Didn't have a chance of swimming a lake yet. So he gave a lot to us, and we wanted to give him that second chance to be able to do things for him.
And we also owed it to him because he always, like Sejal said, he always greeted us, so we had to take the time to go and greet him at the hospital while he was in his worst time. So we kind of owed it to him to help bring him home.
So that was our responsibility to him. So in answer to your question, in a long global way and coming full circle, he is an incredible part of our lives, and we owe him a lot. I think the photo shoot was incredible. It was something I've never experienced. I've never had a professional photo shoot ever before, and it was amazing.
Yeah, I thought that it was an incredible experience. Like, I've also never had a photo shoot or had portraits done or anything, but the way that you guys all captured like these great moments that seem so ordinary but were so extraordinary, it's amazing to me.
it's definitely a team effort, and it takes a vision to take any space and create it into something you want to remember, you want to hang on your walls and pass down to the next generation. So definitely it made me appreciate a lot more of photography and just the raw talent that has to go into it. So it definitely opened my eyes up to a whole different field of art.
But it's not about those pictures you prep for, it's the random shots. And like I said, some of your best photography was that. And that's what photography is, capturing the moments.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think we've learned to appreciate those candid moments, those random moments, because you're not going to have them forever. So
now we have just a snapshot of just a difficult time in all of our lives, and we get to see the peak, just like Everest. We get to see the peak of all of this, and now it's all just, we get to enjoy the downhill ride.
Yeah, and Willow Street Pictures, I mean, you not only took the photography for us, but you really made it a memorable moment. So the photo shoot, I remember the days of our conversation. And even today, you know, the sharing the moments, explaining the photography, it's not just, it's the output, the product, but it's this, the moment, and we'll always remember this. And I think that's a testament to you and to what your story is and how you brought this company and your team to the forefront. Is you had a vision, you had a mission, and that came from here. And I think that's what PenVet does also, and that's what we all try to do.